Kia ora koutou katoa, no mai, hana mai, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Vancouver here this evening for the White Sox taking on the Ukraine in their second day of warm-up competition here. The New Zealand White Sox will face, for the very first time in their history, the country of Ukraine here in a warm-up match between New Zealand White Sox, top women's team for New Zealand, and of course the national team from Ukraine. 6 p.m. local time here. Got away just a little bit late here in this game, but fantastic indeed, and great to have you along for it. Thank you for tuning in today. New Zealand will take the field first. Let's have a look at them defensively as they will come out here. And for New Zealand, well, they have had 2 games already yesterday, one between them and Clovelly and the other one between White Rock. And they come away with 2 victories in that, 4-0 in the second game. Didn't quite get the score of the first one for the New Zealand White Sox in there. But let me give you the defensive lineup for New Zealand, as you can see them in their huddle there on the left-hand side, and they break. Ready to rock and roll here in this 6 p.m. game on day 2 of warm-up games for New Zealand. Left to right in the outfield for the Kiwis, it'll be Poppy Priddle from Whanganui at left field, centre field here in Blackmore. Beth Reed gets the start at right field. Hot corner third base for the Kiwis will be Shire Howell. In at shortstop today, Danica Frizo out of Hutt Valley. She'll get the start there in the middle, pairing with Kaiaratu out of Christchurch, Park from Christchurch United, and first baseman Deborah Shore-Tate gets the start in the corner. Behind the dish is Hutt Valley's Kerry Simeon. You can see her with her crouch set up. Very good receiver of the ball is 7, and she is receiving to a battery partner on the hill will be Tanisha Hokamo. New Zealand, well, they have a very good team here today. Defensively, rest of their team in France will be the DP for the Kiwis. And Pania Mark, Stephanie Fairclough, Stephanie Smith, and Hayley Breakwell with Lissy Peta will round out the substitutions for the Kiwis here in tonight's match. about ready to get underway here in the first pitch of this one. Okamo on the hill. Try and get some of the players for this Ukraine side. First pitch is down for Okamo. Okamo, he is down, pulls this one through. Come through the zone. Now. Okamo, what type of pitcher is she? Well, she's a finesse pitcher. Lots of rotation on the ball. This one fouls back. Pretty good with your locations, able to hit both sides of the plate. Here the Ukraine team, full of energy. And a swing and a miss. And she will go down on strikes for the first outs. So one away here on the top of the first innings. International first for the Kiwis, taking on the Ukraine here. It's tech match between these two sides. Of course, we all know what Ukraine is going through at the moment. Great to see them here with us, isn't it? So just a little up top. Skids away and you see Simeon with a nice glove out there to receive that one. And the bunt down, can't quite get there safely. But good to see from Ukraine, trying a little something here in the first innings. 2 away now. Away here, top of the first innings for the Kiwis. Round ball in the hole, over-ranging for Rizzo. And boy, oh boy, she pulls that out. A rabbit out of the hat. Throws that over in time. Well, that'll do us through the top of the first innings. More action to come here. Round ball in the hole from Vancouver, New Zealand White Sox, taking on the Ukraine. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Vancouver on the second day of warm-up games for the New Zealand White Sox as they are taking on Ukraine here. We're up to the bottom of the first innings. And New Zealand will send up three of their best here. Let's give you the lineups for you in a second. One comes down away from the zone. Apologies, just checking a couple of things here. So, leading off for the Kiwis, and I just want to make sure I had the right lineup before that I gave you. It is indeed. So leading off here for the Kiwis, Erin Blackmore, the centre fielder. Hitting in the 2 spot today will be Beth Reid, the right fielder. Deborah Shaw takes in the 3 spot as she was last night. And then Emma Francis, the designated player, should be hitting for the pitcher Hokama in clean-up today. Kaiaratu hits 5 today, the second basewoman. Third baseman Shire Howe will be hitting in the 6th spot. Danica Frieso should be hitting in the 7th spot. 8 is Kerry Sevian, the catcher, and Poppy Criddle, the left fielder. Rounds out the batting order for the ladies from the New Zealand White Sox. And just like that, as the doctor ordered, just dunks that one into the outfield, and New Zealand have their first base runner on. Pitch on the outside edge to Beth Reid now. Reid, a very good at-bats last night for New Zealand. Often running on the pitch. Slide around the outside, and a great play. A great play, defensive play from the Netherlands. As we see right here, this one goes down. Skids around the outside edge. This one pops up. Oh, just out of the reaches of the outfielder. And bounces over, so they will get a stand-up ground rule double, will the Kiwis. Will pave the way now with Reid at second base for Deb Shaw Tate to step in to go to work here for New Zealand. Tate now stands in ready. Hard hit ball by Tate up the middle. And New Zealand look to play their first run of the ball game here. And they do, as Tate will take advantage. She'll head down to second base. So the Kiwis will swap location here and get on board just what the doctor ordered. You can see here, Tate just locks and loads and punches that one up the middle. And the Kiwis pick up their first. Outside, designated hitter Emma Francis, designated player I should say. Hard hit ball down the line will go foul. To the count, as you can see here. Outside set. Change of pace in the dirt. That'll level the count now on the designated player for New Zealand, Francis. Here the native language of the ladies from Ukraine. Hard hit ball from Francis to centre field, but on a line, and no way for the Kiwis to advance from two. So two away here, just the one run across for New Zealand. Now. Hard hit ball from Ratu. That'll dunk in Texas League. New Zealand looking to leg their way around, and they will double their score here. Ratu back to second base. So 2 runs to 0 now for New Zealand. She goes at the first pitch. Oh, and it comes off the glove of the centre fielder. And New Zealand with a bit of fortuitous luck here. As the centre fielder cammed underneath that offering from Hale and young Kaiaratu will scamper home for New Zealand's third run of the bottom of the first innings. It'll bring up the back now. Down low. Starting shortstop, Danica Farizo. This one down into the corner, and they'll get the third out. Well, the Ukraine team, and not before the Kiwis, though, that bat together. They bat in bunches, and they play 3 runs here in the bottom of the first innings. The Kiwis have got something going. They'll be happy with what's cooking in the kitchen, that's for sure. More action when we come back live from Vancouver, the top of the second. New Zealand leading 3 runs to 0. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to this warm-up test match between New Zealand White Sox and Ukraine. This time we've ever had a chance to see the Ukraine before. And it'll be the top of the second innings. Ukraine will get their second at-bat here. Really excited to see what they could maybe come up with here. This one's outside. Got some of the details for the Ukraine side. So we got Vicky Toria at left field for the Ukraine. They aren't batting now. Yana at centre field. Another Vicky Toria at right field. Kayana at shortstop. Lena at second base. Anna at third. Daria at first base. Caitlin Marie doing the catching for the Ukraine side today. And Anna Shipniak is their starting pitcher. So it gives you a little insight of what they are defensively when we come back around there. For those that have just tuned in, New Zealand's test warm-up matchup. This one down low. I'll set that defensive lineup for you again for the Kiwis. Left to right in the outfield, Poppy Priddle is at left centre, is Erin Blackmore. Right field is Beth Reid for New Zealand. Hook on the third base, Shire Hale. Swing and a miss. Can't quite catch up to that one for the first out. So one away here, top of the second innings. Rest of that batting, fielding lineup for New Zealand, we had Shai Howe at third base. Shortstop is Danica Farizo. Second base is Kaiaratu. Slow roller to Hale, and she will take care of that one. No mucking around from Hale. Very good fielder for New Zealand. Good asset all around is young Shai Hale. All the way here, top of the second innings. New Zealand working quickly now. We're just completing that fielding line. Kaiaratu at second base, Steve Shortate at first. Kiri Simeon behind the dish, and It's Tanisha Hokamo doing the pitching here for the Kiwis. And just like that, good morning, good afternoon, good night. 3 batters, 3 outs. The Kiwis are moving quick. Back with more action here live from Vancouver when we come back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the New Zealand White Sox taking on Ukraine in their very first time here in a test match. Hosted over in Vancouver, Softball City, one of the Outer Diamonds, as they prepare themselves for the big show this weekend, starting the Canada Club. Really looking forward to that. We'll try and give you some information on the Canada Cup as we work our way through this one. Bottom of the second innings here for New Zealand. First pitch is outside to Kerry Simeon. It'll be followed by Poppy Priddle in the 9 spot. And then top of the order, Erin Blackmore. 1, 2, and 3 for New Zealand. This one's up top. This one will come through and level the ledger. New Zealand picked up 3 runs in the bottom of the first innings. Hard hit ball here from Simeon. That'll dunk into right field. A bit of a Texas leaguer, but the job done nevertheless. We go. There's Simeon's drive as that one will collect its way out to the outfield. So New Zealand with a runner on here. Back to the live action. Apologies for that. Poppy Priddle now.
Go on now, Pop.
No outs here in the bottom of the second innings. Chop the shop up next here in Blackmore.
Go on there. And now, Popper.
No movement from the base runner. Simeon down at first base. Catch a set right down Main Street. And she pulls it down Main Street as well. So Ukraine not afraid to come at these Kiwi hitters. That's good to see.
Go now, Poppy. Go now, Pop.
This one fouls back into the catches. glove. Sorry, 2-2 the count now. Apologies. Bottom of the second innings. And Piddle pops this one up, going to the fence. And will just go out of play. So another chance here for the young left fielder for New Zealand. This one pops up and first out taken here in the bottom of the second innings. You know the baton to the top of the shop now. That is Aaron Blackmore. Just the one away. Blackmore, nicknamed as Spark Plug ages ago. She tries to put a spark into one, but safely underneath that is the right fielder for the Ukraine side. So with 2 outs here, they'll make a switch for the catcher. Simeon down at first base. So Blackmore will stay out there. That'll allow Beth Reid to come in now. This one's up top. Can't quite catch up to it. New Zealand White Sox, of course, heading away to the Canada Cup. They will play Netherlands tomorrow. They have a day off tomorrow. That one comes through Main Street. Canada Cup, one of the biggest events on the calendar. This one's up top. Can't quite get a hold of it. Well, thank you for tuning in today to the New Zealand White Sox coverage. Great to have you along for it. Great to highlight our ladies on tour. This one fouls over the top. Wherever you are tuning in from, that'll move the count now. On Reid. An aggressive hitter is the right fielder for New Zealand. So, Canada Cup gets underway on Sunday New Zealand time, or Saturday. Time called by Reid. New Zealand will take on the Kingdom of the Netherlands. That one's scheduled for 6:30 p.m. local time Saturday in Vancouver. This one's up. A skyscraper shot. And the left fielder, 3 good catches by the Ukraine and the outfielder. And that'll leave one stranded for the Kiwis here. So we're all through to complete, ladies and gentlemen. More action to come. Don't go anywhere. Don't change that dial. We got ourselves a good one. The first time debut international test match between New Zealand and the Ukraine. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Vancouver, softball city here. And it's New Zealand White Sox taking on the might of Ukraine. And real cool story read about the other day about Ukraine and everyone pitching in to help them realise their dream of sending an international softball team to the Canada Cup. How cool is it? We all know what the Ukraine has been going through recently, and here they are. Top of the third innings. New Zealand side. Defensive have been good so far. You can see that on the scoreboard. Battery pairing, Kerry Simeon behind the dish with Tanisha Hokamo. Starting pitcher for New Zealand here this evening. 6 o'clock start, local time. One comes through the zone. Hit ball, that one will go foul though. Good swing from the Ukraine. We've seen some good things out of them here earlier on in this match. 2-2 the count. Good catches in the deep. A couple of good locations on pitches. Some of the batters, you can tell as soon as they step in the box, they can ball. Can't keep up with that one on the outside edge as Hokamo gasses up one. Apologies, haven't quite got the lineup for the batters for this Ukraine side. But some of them. This one just misses the zone. Defensively, if you're just tuned in again, give you that nice and quickly. It's Priddle, Poppy Priddle at left field, Graham Blackmore at centre, and Beth Reid at right. Shy Hell's at hot corner third base. It is Farizo Danica at shortstop. This one laced up the middle. Hokamo, though, like a vacuum, will take care of that one. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the third innings. Kairatsu's starting the second base woman here today. Deborah Shortate's camped over at first base. The slugger. And Kerry Simeon, as we mentioned, the battery pairing with Tanisha Hokama on the hill, pitcher and catcher. 2 away here, top of the third innings. This one down low. The 24 up to bat. That's the second base woman, Lena. This one fouls back. 2 away here. This one comes and just misses the zone. Got a real good one going on here between New Zealand and the Ukraine. Top of the third innings. One misses. Full count now. Another quality at-bat from the Ukraine. As I mentioned, showing good signs. Can't catch up. There's that curveball option. And now it's full count, apologies. So full count, 2 away, top of the third. And patiently waits out a walk, and Ukraine pick up a base runner here in the top of the third innings. New Zealand, I mentioned they are in their second day of warm-up games. They had 2 games last night. One game against Clovelly. The other one was the White Rock Renegades. 4-0 victors in that one. The top of the shop here. Number 3 batting for that is the left fielder, Victoria. This one just grounds a foul. Of course, we mentioned Canada Cup gets underway Saturday time locally in Vancouver. That's Sunday for you Kiwis. And New Zealand will take on the Netherlands. But we have sent away 2 teams to the Canada Cup. The New Zealand Major Sox, that's the U23 team, just arrived in Vancouver this morning. And they will have their first game on Sunday local time there, Monday New Zealand time, around about 2 p.m. I believe. And that'll be against Greece. So should be simply outstanding. Bringing up the bracket so you can see who's all playing in the Canada Cup this year. Inside out swing and unfortunately straight into the glove of Hale. And that'll do our friends from the Ukraine here at the top of the 3rd innings. More action to come. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Don't change the dial. Don't click that mouse. Don't swipe left or right. I don't know how that works anyway, to be honest with you. Either way, don't go anywhere. More action to come here live from Vancouver. New Zealand, Ukraine. New Zealand leading 3-0. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 3rd innings here. The Kiwis are looking to stamp their authority here. They scored 3 runs in the 1st innings. Ukraine look looking to make a pitching change here in the bottom of the 3rd. We'll try and get those changes for you as they come along. But let's talk a little bit about the Canada Cup now while we're waiting for this bottom of the 3rd to get underway. The last pitch taken there. Just before we get to that, the first 3 batters for New Zealand will be Denver Shaw Tate, first base, Emma Francis, the DP, and Kai Aratu, 1, 2, and 3 here for New Zealand. They lead 3-0. Trying to extend that lead. As I mentioned, Canada Cup gets underway. You want to follow the action, canadacup.com is the website to go to, and you'll find all of the scheduling rosters of all the team statistics. And of course, the live streaming of both Diamonds 1 and 2. I believe on 1 will be commentary. Diamond 2, maybe not sure. But either way, great and thankful for the organising committee of the Canada Cup providing the streaming for you international viewers. 2 pools. Pool Red will see New Zealand White Sox in. They'll take on Canada, Czechia, which is the Czech Republic. That one gets through. As you see here, just coming back to get set. Denver Shaw Tate doesn't muck around. She steps back in to get ready here, and that's the way she likes to go, locked and loaded as such is Shaw Tate. Pulls that down the line through the hole and down to first base. That'll bring up Emma Francis now. Rest of that team, Pool Red for the Canada Cup. New Zealand, Canada, Czech Republic, Ukraine, the team they're playing now. The SoCal Sting and Team BC. And I think we've got a dead ball here. It is indeed, so the umpire call it. Let's see if we can find that for you. Just a little hard from this angle, but you can see the Emma Francis did not move one little bit. And so she will step back into the batter's box. No outs here, bottom of the third innings. The other team, Team BC and SoCal Sting in that pool with New Zealand. Change pace over the top for the new pitcher from the Ukraine. Team Pool Black will see the New Zealand Major Sox, the U23 team in. They're taking on the Netherlands, Greece, Israel, Triple Crown Colorado. And I say that with a little bit of impetus because Triple Crown Colorado have won the event a number of times, and the Triple Twos. Remember that Dean Holline's organisation. They do a woman and a female and male teams. And they have a team in the Canada Cup this year. So Netherlands, Greece, Israel, Triple Crown Colorado and Triple Twos join the New Zealand U23 Major Sox in their pool. And in the other pool for the White Sox, this one pops up and go foul out of play, is Canada, Czech Republic, Ukraine, SoCal Sting and Team BC with the White Sox. So those are your two pools. Games get underway this Saturday or Sunday New Zealand time, and you can get all the information. CanadaCup.com is where you'll find the information for that. And, tune on in. Love to have you supporting our two women's teams. Of course, a lot of action going on at the moment. This one's dead. New Zealand Black Sox playing in the Super 8 International Tournament in Saskatoon. You can catch that those games live on Premier TV. New Zealand taking on USA today. Then tomorrow New Zealand will take on Canada. That one's scheduled for just after 2 o'clock, 2:15. Then they will take on Japan at 6 a.m. New Zealand time on Sunday. As Francis goes down on strikes. So one away here. R2 now. Second basewoman. Of course, the New Zealand Black Sox are taking on USA. They're about to kick off. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Stay here. Watch the White Sox. You can pull up that stream. Of course, it's a recording, so you can just rewind it back to the beginning and watch the Black Sox straight after this White Sox historical test match against Ukraine. Men's World Cup coming up shortly as well. Really looking forward to that. This one pops up. Oh, I know, Duncan, Texas Liga. New Zealand trying to stretch it coast to coast. And now Ratu's hung up in the middle here, trying to draw the throw, does Ratu. And she will sneak in the back door, New Zealand. Safe all around, my boy, oh boy. Talking about keeping you on your toes, the Kiwis. Case there.
I seen one girl do it, smoke it. I used to do it. Really rock. They deliberately started a hot box. Two guys. She kept faking the throw. She ended up taking it.
Bottom of the third action here. One away.
They deserved it, right?
New Zealand now with two runners in scoring position. And they'll lay the bunt down. A safety squeeze, maybe. Pulls him off the bag, but does make the tag. That's a fine play by the Ukraine in the corner. Watch this. This is not an easy play to make. Off the bag, reaches out. The umpire at first base calls safe, so maybe didn't quite get that tag on, and no, they didn't. So, loaded bases now for New Zealand, with only one away, and the shortstop, Danica Farizo, with a huge opportunity for the Kiwis. This one comes down Main Street. And ground ball to the pitcher. She has a heads-up play. Makes that one, fields that right back to home to get the lead runner out. That's a good play. I mentioned there's some good play out of the Ukraine. Didn't know what type of ballers we would get from this team when I first saw them on the schedule. But I've been pleasantly surprised. The catcher now, Kerry Simeon steps in to go to work. Bases are still loaded for the Kiwis, looking to try and cash some runs in here. This pitch is outside. Of course, the Ukraine population of 37 million. Of course, we know what they've been up against Russia recently and still are. 37 million when they've got ourselves a bit of a softball team here as well. Simeon beers back in. This one's outside. Hitters count now for Simeon. 3-1 as you see from the umpire. Bases are juiced. Just what the Hutt Valley would love right now. Pitch is going to come down the middle. Simeon knows that too. Big swing. Great pitch. Relief pitcher, I think, is Yiya Kaisil. Apologies if I've got that pronounced incorrectly. And this one is down low, and unfortunately that will walk a run in for the Kiwis. Simeon goes down to first base. So with two down, they will switch Simeon back out. The catcher to get his pads
Go on, Pop.
And that'll allow the left fielder, Poppy Priddle, now to step in to go to work. He scored 3 runs in the bottom of the first innings. 1 here in the bottom of the third so far. They'd like to capitalise for another. Here's one right down Main Street.
Some big holes out there, Pop. Hey now.
This one down to 3, trying to make the play, but Priddle is simply just too quick.
Go on, Pop.
And she will drive in the 5th run of the ball game here for the Kiwis. Look how quick she is down the line. Outstanding Poppy Priddle, and she drives in another run for New Zealand. 5 runs to nil now, their lead, as they'll hand it back over to the top of the shop. Bases are still juiced for Erin Blackmore, the centre fielder. This one comes down Main Street. 2 away here, bottom of the 3rd innings. One comes through as well. So Kai Silner relief pitching, trying to get him out of the jam here. thick in it. So fouls back.
Well, here's the carry the ball here. Yep.
Let's just notice Priddle switch hitting. Sorry, she's down at first base for that run, isn't she? It's Erin Blackmore hitting here. Right-hander. Checks her swing and not checked enough. And that'll do the bottom of the third innings. But it's not before the Kiwis work together. Apply some pressure and a little bit of running as well. And get the job done here in the bottom of the third innings. They play 2 runs. We'll look for more action when we come back. The Kiwis are leading 5 runs to 0. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Vancouver. And for those that have just tuned in, it is a historical test match between New Zealand and the country of Ukraine. Fantastic to see them here as they are both warming up for the Canada Cup. They'll be in the same pool this week, starting on Saturday local time. The Kiwis will battle Ukraine one more time through round robin. We'll see how the things will lie after that. Some defensive changes for New Zealand. Shire Hale onto the hill in relief, and it looks like Stephanie Smith has come into the ball game behind the dish. Hokamo has gone over to first base. Hayley Breakwell into the ball game at third as well. So if any others we pick up for you, we'll bring them to you as we go along. Top of the fourth innings. First pitch from Hale is down low. Ukraine have had a base runner on. They'd love to add to their base running tally, that's for sure. Outside set. Can't quite get to that one. 19 batting, the right fielder, Victoria. What a one the count here. This one's up the middle. Need a good transfer. The transfer is perfect. Ratu at second base to take the outs. Just a matter of trying to get it over in time to see the Kiwis. It's all about team play, that's for sure. Top of the fourth here. Tryhale continues to work here. Ukraine team, they're full of singing, loving that, really are. This one's down Main Street. Shortstop here. Tanya Wojtinko. Inside out swing, that one will go foul down the line. New catcher into the ball game for the Kiwis. Kerry Simeon taking care of the first 3 innings. And now Stephanie Smith steps in. You can see the stars and stripes over her catching apparel. Rise what's up is good. Really burns that one, turns it up a notch here. Finds a way to beat the bat. Apologies, we've just gone to the wrong one. Replay here. So we're 2 away here. Ukraine. This one's down low. Young Shire. I tell you what, if she's anything, she's entertaining.
Oh yeah, definitely. If we go to get them, yeah. No, at 13 now. So yeah, big difference going on. A lot of condos.
Set to rock and roll. Beautiful day. Beautiful evening here locally in Vancouver. How continues to work.
Used to be a Canadian AW on 33rd.
19 degrees Celsius. At a high of 21 today in Vancouver. Looking at the rest of the week, of course, this Saturday the tournament starts. It's going to be 21, 23 through to 25 as they work through the week. Not a spot of rain either. So picture postcard weather for...
Oh yeah, you're right.
The Kiwis as they compete at the Canada Cup coming this Saturday. Sunday, New Zealand time. 2 away here, top of the 4th innings. This one's up top.
Oh yeah, I go before that. I go back to the 50s. William Mountain. You wouldn't read the league they had that. They had a team in LA, San Francisco, San Fernando. Unbelievable ball. Really good ball.
See the rock and roll again. Ground ball up the middle, tough play, and they will get their first hit of the ball game as that one skids through to the outfield. Celebration time for the ladies from the Ukraine. That is to be celebrated for sure. Outstanding. See that bang up the middle. Another bounce under the past the glove. That's through to the outfield, and the Ukraine pick up their first hit of the ball game here in this historical test match between the two nations.
We were younger, like 12, 13, right or you couldn't beat it. You could get in for like $1 or 50 cents. It's a beautiful stadium. The only thing is it's not AAA, it's high A, right? There's a big difference between AAA and high A. AAA, one step away from the nation.
So 2 away here now. 77 up to that. So defensively, set that line up for you again with a couple of changes for you for New Zealand. This one's up the middle. And bread and butter, though, for Farizo at shortstop. She'll take it herself to get the third out. They'll leave one stranded, but it is the first hit of the ball game for the Ukraine, and that's to be celebrated for sure. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the fourth coming up. The Kiwis are leading 5 runs to 0. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Vancouver. This is a historical test match between the Ukraine and New Zealand. International friendly. And preparation warm-up game before the Canada Cup getting underway in a couple of days' time in Vancouver. Jason Udy's AK Chopper, great to have you along this evening. As New Zealand have a 5-0 lead through through 3 innings so far, 3.5, bottom of the fourth now. Beth Reid makes the first pitch, is up high. Reid will be followed by a change here. Debershaw Tate was due to hit next, so I've got to see who came in that batting part of the order for her. If I was to guess, I'd say Hayley Breakwell's in her hitting in her spot. We'll find out shortly. So some defensive changes, remember. So Breakwell into the ball game. Shy Hale out. Actually, Breakwell probably came in for Hale. We'll find out. Ricamo stayed in the game. She was the starting pitcher. Here's a hard hit ball going back to the track. And baby, oh baby, Beth Reid lifts one out of the yard and gets it done for the Kiwis. Just what the doctor ordered here. Simply fantastic, and boy, oh boy, she did not miss that either. Really commanding shot from Beth Reid. Outstanding athlete she is, and just seeing a bit of her prowess right here, right now, that's for sure. They lead 6 runs to 0. Here's the delivery, and booyah! Right down Main Street, top of it. And Beth Reid goes dead red centre field. Lift that one out of the yard and extend New Zealand's lead to 6 runs to 0. Simply fantastic. And a little bit of a two-step. She comes in to celebrate with her sisters at home plate. Simply fantastic. Just while we're away, Haley Breakwell with a ground out. So it was Breakwell who came in for short eight. I think she's going to go slide over to shortstop. Tanisha Hokamo, remember she was the pitcher, being hit by Emma Francis, the DP. She's now at first base and hitting for herself.
Yeah, well, for me, the first one on
Hokamo watches this one outside. Very fastidious with the strike zoners. Yep, Tanisha. Bottom of the fourth innings. One away here for the Kiwis. E3 just launches one. Center field. Ukraine trying to slow New Zealand down here. Drop ball's good. Right down Main Street. 2-2 now the count. Defensively for the Ukraine, I'll give it to you again. We had Victoria left and right field. Yana at centre. This one fouls off. Count remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just waiting for the team to get reset. Make sure they're all on the same page defensively. So just misses on the outside edge. That'll load up the count now to Hokamo. Beautiful evening here locally. Gravel to second base, regathers and gets her done for the second out. This is some of the play we were talking about with this Ukraine side. Sleep at times not too bad, and a pleasant surprise. Kai Aratu now starting second base woman. She's going to step in and go to work with 2 outs here. Out of Christchurch, Kotai. Aratu. Father Stephen, decorated Black Sox. He is the assistant coach for this New Zealand White Sox team. Of course, Craig Wallace in his first international exposure and control of the White Sox. It's a new era for the White Sox coaching wise. This one's outside.
All I do is I bring them where they need to, right? Couldn't do that. No, you can't do that. No. And I worked at 3 different breweries. The only one I stayed at was I have to do shift work, and I don't like working after.
This one comes through. Ratu pulls that one down the line, will go foul. They should level up the count though. 2-2 here on Ratu. Apologies. Full count, 3-2. Top ball was never very good at bats. Don't worry about that, folks. So full count here with 2 down for the Kiwis in the bottom of the 4th innings. This one pops up. The outfield has been good for Ukraine, and it continues to be good here as they will get the job done. But it's not before Beth Reed puts a charge into one for the Kiwis, and they lead 6 runs to 0. Back soon. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 5th innings here. New Zealand taking on Ukraine. New Zealand playing on 3 runs in the 1st innings, 2 in the 3rd, and a solo shot to Beth Reed. You just saw in the replay montage from the bottom of the 4th innings. Top of the 5th now, and Ukraine with an opportunity to try and get something going here against New Zealand. Just the one seeing eye hit up the middle from the Ukraine so far, so they would like to somehow add to that hit tally. Some changes defensively for New Zealand. We'll get them to you now. Breakwell coming to 3rd base. Frizo stays at shortstop. Ratu stays at 2nd. Hokamo started on the hill, went over to 1st base. Stephanie Smith was on the bench. She came in for Kerry City, and she's in catching now with a pitching change of Shire Hale in their 2nd innings of work. Outfield, Poppy Priddle at left. Here in Blackmore at centre, and Beth Reed. Oh, what a play. Young Kaya Ratu being in the right place at the right time, getting to this one before it lands. Just what the doctor ordered for the Kiwis. We see here on the replay. Ratu step back, then comes forward and gathers that one in the leather just before it hits the dirt. So, one away here, Ukraine. 6 in the bottom of, the top of the 5th innings. This one fouls off. Shire Hale continues to work and relief pitching on the hill here for New Zealand. This one's down low. Ukraine. It's the one hit so far in the day. They'd love to grab another one here. Outside set for the Kiwis. That one fights that one off. In the 5th innings. This one fouls back. 1-2 the count now. Beautiful evening here locally in Vancouver. This one pops up. And Beth Reed is having a day, I tell you. Full extension and makes an amazing catch down the right field line. Simply outstanding as Beth Reed. That'll bring up number 18 here with 2 outs here. Jana Matkovic, the centre fielder for the first pitch is down and they'll take care of business. That'll be the 3rd out here. So a quick top of the 5th innings for the Ukraine. They still trail by 6. New Zealand back shortly. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Vancouver here. This historical test match, bottom of the 5th innings. New Zealand will send out 3 of their best here against the spirited side. And it looks like Emma Francis is going to come back into the DP role. Remember, she was DP for Tanisha Hokamo. So she is back into bat to lead off here in the bottom of the 5th innings. Little check swing, Texas Leaguer, and Francis gets her done and just dunks it on down. No mucking around from Francis. This goes at the first pitch. They'll bring up Danica Frizo now. Playing shortstop for New Zealand. Shows bunt, goes foul. Frizo laces to this one. Will it go foul? Yes, it will go out of play. New Zealand played it 3 runs in the first, 2 in the second, and 1 in the third. Rizzo with a 0 from 3 today. Ground out, fielder's choice, and a strikeout. So looking to try and get something going here. A shortstop from Hutt Valley. Pulls this one down the line, that'll stay. No balls and 2 strikes here. Steps back in to go to work. Francis, the runner at first base. This one's outside, so 1 and 2 the count. Of course, warm-up game here, so New Zealand might try a move or two you wouldn't normally probably use. Rise ball up top. 2 and 2 the count now. And just can't quite catch up with that drop ball on the bottom of the zone. And Friezo will go down for the first down here for New Zealand. Got to bring up to bat Stephanie Smith. Her first bat of the competition. She goes at the first pitch. Laces this one to right field. New Zealand looking to go coast to coast. This could be trouble with a capital T. And it is Francis DOA on arrival. You can see here the outfield, which has been really good today, the outfield for the Ukraine. I managed to get that ball over in time and takes care of business. That's for sure. So it might be a catching change coming here. We see a runner go out with 2 down. We'll find out. This one fouls back. It looks like potentially a change here. Lacey Pettit into the ball game. This one outside. One down just outside the zone. So a little patience here with a runner in scoring position for New Zealand. This one fouls back. It is Pettit indeed that has come into the ball game here for Priddle. 2 and 2 the count now. This one fouls back. So New Zealand have taken the opportunities when they've been presented to them today. 3 runs in the first, 2 in the second, and 1 in the 2 in the third, and 1 in the fourth here for the White Sox. Outside pitch. Full count now, 3 and 2 to Pettit. Friezo down at second base. This one fouls back. Two outs here, top of the shop waiting here in Blackmore. 1 from 4 today, Blackmore. Started off the game with a single. Change of pace, but can't quite get it to land on the outside edge. And so New Zealand rewarded with 2 base runners on now here in the bottom of the 5th innings, albeit with 2 outs. And it is at the top of the shop, Aaron Blackmore, which will step in to go to work here for the Kiwis. Mentioned 1 from 4 today, Blackmore. Single, fly out, strikeout victim, and a ground out. So she's had a mixed bag today, but did get off to the right start. We do call her the spark plug. There is a reason for it. This one outside. 2 balls. Remember, New Zealand will get underway with the Canada Cup starting this coming Saturday local time in Vancouver. Sunday for all you Kiwis tuning in to watch the White Sox. Plenty of international softball on at the moment. Check swing, excuse me. That'll go foul down the right side. Sorry, the left side of the diamond. Of course, the developing Sox, under 15 boys and girls, have just landed in Brisbane. They're going to be playing in their international series. This one, check swing. Go foul down the line. Two and 2 the count here on Blackmore. Getting her money's worth, that's for sure. Ukraine trying to keep New Zealand at 6. This one pops up. Will they get to it? That'll go foul out of play. Really like what I've seen out of this Ukraine side. Yiya Kisil, who's come into pitch. 2 strikeouts, 2 hits, 1 walk to her credit at the moment. She's looking for a 3rd strikeout here, victim to try and keep New Zealand from scoring. Foul. Blackmore about an 8-pitch at bat here. Real quality at bat. Two and 2 still the count here. Ground ball, 3rd base. A chance to get out of the innings. And they do, the Ukraine. Boy, oh boy, I told you. Watch out for them. They really are starting to play some good softball, and it is outstanding to see. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. That'll do us through the bottom of the 5th innings. It is New Zealand leading 6 runs to 0. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 6th innings here. Got a good one going on between New Zealand and Ukraine. A historical test match between these 2 nations. Of Never seen before. New Zealand's going to make a defensive change here in the top of the 6th innings as this one fouls back. Lead-off batter for the Czech Republic is Polina Tachchenko, second basewoman. She picked up a walk and a ground out in her 2 at-bats today in this contest. But to be her first time facing number 86, that is Pania Monk. Monk with one just down low, 1-1 the count now. Set that defensive line up for you too as this one comes inside. 2-1 the count now with a couple of changes out there. So at least Pettit takes over at left field for the Kiwis, and Blackmore and Beth Reid stay at centre at right field. Danica Frizo has slid over to third base now. Hayley Blakewell over to her normal shortstop. Kairatsu stays at second base. Tanisha Hokamo is over at first. Slow grounder. And a Monk will make the first out here in the top of the 6th innings. Behind the dish, relief catcher was Stephanie Smith. She's still there. And as we mentioned, Pania Monk in for her first innings of work here for New Zealand. Leading 6-0 in the top of the 6th innings. That'll bring up to bat for the Ukraine. With one away here. Alina Konstantinova. And comes down Main Street. Monk. He is down inside out swing. Ratu's there, and that is bread and butter for the Kiwi with a little bit of a juggling act at first base by Tanisha Hokamo. Have a look at this. Regulation play, really. And then Hokamo, hot potato. The first base she goes. 2 away now. We'll bring up to bat the right fielder. Victoria Bezlatnia. It's a strike on the outside here. Pitches strike for short. Boy, oh boy, look at this for a location. Just clips the edge of the plate. All the pitchers watching him are going, yep, no, that's right down the middle. Sure. This one's up top. 1-1 the count now. This one pops up. Locally, good evening to you all from Vancouver. This one fouls back 1-2 the count. 18 degrees Celsius. Game got underway at 6 p.m. local time. 2 games last night. The last one starting at 8:30. Went through to about 10:30ish p.m. 11 o'clock. The park was fantastic at night. This one outside. 2-2 the count now. Pania Monk in relief here on the hill for New Zealand. Just down low, wanted that one, did Monk. Full count now, 3-2. Monk plays his sophomore out of the Auckland Mariners Club this past season. Resides in Hamilton. Fluent real speaker. Fantastic. Been hearing her kōrero with her tamariki at the ballpark. And a fine play by Breakwell to take care of business. And that'll get her done here in the top of the 6th innings. But boy, that was good. indeed. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. More action to come here live from Vancouver. The bottom of the sixth, the Kiwis are leading. I need one to walk it off. Can they do it? We'll find out when we come back. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Softball City in Vancouver here. Vancouver, British Columbia. Just on the edges of Vancouver, if you like. As this one pops up. It'll be Beth Reid to lead off here for the Kiwis. Of course, Beth Reid went large in her last at bat. She drove one dead red centre field. Right into one. 2 from 3 in the day. This one will go foul out of play. Let's take a quick look at that home run swing from the last at bat. And boy, oh boy, this one is bowed high, and she did not miss it as it kind of leaps its way out of the yard. And a simply outstanding drive from Beth Reid and her team. We're happy as well, that's for sure. 6-0 is the margin at the moment. One in the 6th innings. This one's outside.
Anyways, I'm going to get all set up, I guess.
1 and 2 the count now.
I don't know if they're going to...
On Reid. Good pitch on the outside edge. That is real good. What a way to reply after being hit yard. Just punches that on the outside edge to take the first out. Improvements from Ukraine, just what the doctor would order for them. And they're more than happy about that. That is for sure. This one's a hard hit ball, straight up though. And that'll take care of business. Hayley Breakwell not bucking around. One pitch, one pop up, and down she goes. So 2 away here, and that'll bring up Tanisha Hokamo now for the Kiwis. 1 home run away from walking this puppy off at the bottom of the 6th innings. Even the dogs are celebrating. Hokamo, table is set. First pitch swinging, and she won't even run for that one. No need. Ukraine shows some improvement here in the bottom of the 6th innings. We are all done, going to a 7th. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. Don't change the dial. Don't swipe left or right, whatever it is. Don't do it. Don't do it. Back soon. Kiwis leading 6-0. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Vancouver here in this day 2 of warm-up games for the New Zealand White Sox. Historical match-up against the country of Ukraine. Never played them before. Didn't know what to expect, to be honest with you. We scored 3 runs, this is New Zealand, in the bottom of the first innings. It looked like maybe the writing could be on the wall, but no, Ukraine, they stuck to their guns. Kept New Zealand scoreless in the second. New Zealand scored 2 in the bottom of the third. A solo home run from Beth Reid in the bottom of the fourth, and that is the scoring. 6-0. Ukraine have only mustered 1 hit. That was off Tanisha Hokama, a seeing eye single up the middle. Way back in the third innings, I think it was, from a memory. So, great to see Ukraine at the tournament here. Really are happy for them, that's for sure. Shortstop will lead off for Ukraine here. Kanya Voitenko. And rolls this one out to the second basewoman, Ratu. That will take care of business for the first out. Defensively, for those, just one more time, just tuned in, Lisa Pettit is out at left field. Aaron Blackmore center's been the whole way. Beth Reid is at right field. Danica Friese started at shortstop. She's at third base the last innings or so. Haley Breakwell is over at shortstop now, coming into the ball game. Kaya Ratu's been at second base for the whole game. Tanisha Okamo started on the hill and then moved over to first base. Stephanie Smith came into the ball game for Kiri Simeon behind the dish. Now a relief pitcher, fourth pitcher of the ball game, apologies, was Hokamo for the first couple, then Shire Hale for a couple, Pania Monk in for 1 in the 6th. Now in the 7th, it is Stephanie Fairclough that will take over the reins. 2 strikes to count, 1 away here. Can't keep up with that one. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. So Ukraine down to their last out here. And it should be fitting that the pitcher didn't start the ball game, but came into it. Yeva Kaisel will get her chance to bat again. It's the one that bat a strikeout today. Check the swing, yes, she did. So, 1 strike to count here. Check swing up top. They won't check this one. Or will they? No. 1-1 to count. New Zealand leading 6-0 here. 3 outs for the ball game. When they started the innings, they do check the swing. 1-1, 1 each way. Keep it fair, Blue. Just 1 out away. And Fairclough came into the ball game after really good showing yesterday. New Zealand. This one misses. Levels the count 2-2. Picked up their 3 runs early in the first innings, as we mentioned. Thought they were going to run away with it, but Ukraine have showed some spine throughout this game. Really have. New Zealand didn't score in the second, didn't score in the 5th, didn't score in the 6th. And that is an improvement for sure. And that'll get the job done here, though, for the Kiwis. As we are all done through the top of the 7th innings. We see the opposing pitcher go down on strikes to finish the ball game. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed the match. 6-0. New Zealand run out victors over the Ukraine. A historical matchup between these two that we've never seen before, and it is simply fantastic to see. Congratulations to the pitchers for New Zealand. Tini Sharkamo first, Shire Hale, then it was Pani and Monk, followed by Stephanie Faircoff to close the door in the last innings. Thank you for tuning in. New Zealand will have a day off, and then they're into it. The Canada Cup. They will take on the Netherlands in that game for the New Zealand White Sox, and I'll just look that up local time for you to give that before we duck away. But New Zealand's White Sox first game might be actually a Saturday, Sunday they've got a warm-up game, it must be, in the Canada Cup against the Netherlands. So stay tuned for that anyway. And we'll leave you with the replay montage. Of course, coming up on Sunday as well, they have got Greece coming up at 4 p.m. So I'm just trying to find all those games for you. CanadaCup.com. CanadaCup.com is where you'll find all of the game times and statistics. Of course, don't forget the Black Sox over in Saskatoon at the moment. They are playing the USA. If you want to tune over to Premier TV, rewind that game at the beginning. That's what I'm going to do. We'll watch that one as well. Good luck to you all, and congratulations to the White Sox, Craig Wallace and Stephen Ratu's ladies, getting it done 6-0 over the Ukraine. Shortade up the middle. New Zealand look to take their first run of the ball game here. And they do, as Shortake will take advantage. She'll head down to second base. So the Kiwis swap location here. And roller to Hale, and she will take care of hard hit ball here from Simeon. That'll dunk in the right field, ladies and gentlemen. More action to come. Don't go anywhere. Don't change that dial. Organising committee of the Canada Cup provide the streaming for international viewers. Two pulls, full red. New Zealand White Sox in. They'll take on Canada, Czechia, which is the Czech Republic. The SoCal Sting and NBC. Safe all around, but boy, oh boy. Talking about keeping you on your toes, the Kiwis. Lay the bunt down, a safety squeeze maybe. Pulls him off the back. And ground ball to the pitcher. She has a heads up play. Big swing. Great pitch. This one down to 3. Trying to make the play, but brittle. This one's up the middle. Need a good transfer. The transfer. Rise what's off is good. Ground ball up the middle, tough play, and they will get their first hit of the ball game as that one skids through to the outfield. Celebration time for the ladies. Here's a hard hit ball going back to the track. And baby, oh baby, done for the Kiwis. Just what the doctor ordered here. Simply fantastic. We're able to stick a base, regathers, and this one pops up. The outfield has been good for Ukraine, and it continues. Oh, what a play. Little Texas Liga. And Francis and just can't coach it. She goes at the first pitch. Laces this one to right field. New Zealand looking to go coast to coast. This could be trouble with a capital T. And ground ball, third base. A chance to get out of the innings. And they do. Monk is down inside out swing. And Artu's there. And that is bread and butter for the kids. Borero with the Tamariki at the ballpark, and a fine play by Break. Good pitch on the outside edge. That is first pitch swinging, and she won't even run for that one. No. This is the count 2-2. Picked up, didn't score in the second, didn't score in the fifth, didn't score in the sixth. And that is an improvement for sure. And that'll get the job done here, though, for the Kiwis.